5 things you didn't know about Demi Lovato. Who can forget the golden Disney musical era? No, we're not talking about the classics like The Lion King or Aladdin. Maybe we should have specified. Who can forget the golden Disney live-action television musical era? We are referring, of course, to the sudden and massive popularity of movies like Camp Rock or the High School Music trilogy. It's now been more than 10 years since the release of those musicals, and the following decade has seen many of its talented young actors grow up into celebrated Hollywood actors or absolute pop divas. The latter is for sure the case with Demi Lovato. Since Demi's first appearance as Michi Torres in Camp Rock, we knew that they had enough talent to stand toe-to-toe with any of the Jonas Brothers. Fast forward to today, Lovato, who released her long-awaited 7th album Dancing with the Devil, The Art of Starting Over last April, is still the center of attention. Demi has come out as non-binary, and they have shared the path to and recovery from their near-fatal 2018 drug overdose in a docuseries. One of the most talked-about pop stars of our time, the singer and songwriter has also spoken about her prior traumas. Yep, there are plenty of facts bubbling under the surface of the solo and sorry not sorry star. And here's our video with 5 things you probably didn't know about Demi Lovato. While you're at it, remember to click on the like and subscribe buttons to show your support for our channel. We work hard to bring you the freshest content every week, so make sure to also hit the bell icon so you'll get notified every time a new video is available. Number 5. The former Disney star is pansexual and non-binary. As recently as March 2021, Demi came out as pansexual and gender fluid. To make it clear, her pansexuality means that Lovato is potentially attracted to all and any genders. As for gender fluid, it means that Demi's gender identity is non-binary, neither male nor female, an identity outside the gender binary. We had already had a few indications that Demi was a proud supporter of LGBT rights. In fact, they identified as queer back in July 2020, without really indicating what that queerness implied. In any case, the cat's out of the bag now, and Lovato is more than happy to show how proud they are to belong to the LGBT community, or as they call it, the Alphabet Mafia. Who could have guessed that Michi Torres would turn out to be a genderqueer icon? Number 4. A surprising dating timeline before the outing. Demi's revelations about her sexual identity and preferences came as a bit of surprise for her fans all over the world. The same interview had Lovato declare that they were just too queer to be dating men. While other celebrities like Miley Cyrus or Cara Delevingne have already talked about their non-binary identities and sexual orientation, it was still shocking to hear Demi state her no dating men policy because of the stark contrast their dating resume had up to that point. Demi Lovato's first known bond was with singer Trey Cyrus back in 2009. 1 year after that, Camp Rock worked its magic and got the musical's 2 stars to start dating. Demi and Joe Jonas were together until August 2010. Lovato didn't mope around for long. Few people can escape their charm, and actor Wilmer Valderrama was no exception. The rocky on-again, off-again relationship lasted for 6 years in total. Well, if you don't count the timeouts, that is. That was far from Demi's laundry list of boyfriends. Their next fling was a 6-month affair with UFC fighter Guilherme "Bomba" Vasconcelos at the end of 2017. A year later, there was yet another short tie-up with designer Henry Levy, which lasted until March 2019. And right after that, Demi managed to cram in another affair with model Austin Wilson, which ended before New Year's Eve. As recently as July 2020, Lovato got engaged to actor Max Ahrich. The two had been going out together for only 4 months, longer than it took for them to call off the affiance. In any case, the dating timeline came to an end. Since September 2020, Demi is officially single, and it seems like they have decided to stay away from male companions for a while. Sorry guys. Number 3. Addicted to several drugs and a sad Google record. In any case, Demi has had a lot more pressing matters to worry about beyond dating. Among them, the hardest challenge for this Disney star was probably to quit drugs. Before Lovato went to rehab at the young age of 18, they had already become addicted to substances like cocaine, marijuana, and Adderall, a combination of amphetamine and dextroamphetamine, two central nervous stimulants. What motivated them to finally check in was an accident in which Demi punched female dancer Alex Welsh. Lovato admitted that they had self-medicated with cocaine and alcohol, even smuggling the former into airplanes while on tour. Demi's addictions were significant. It got to a point where it was common for them to overdose, and promoting an album became extremely hard. It all came to a temporary end after Demi's performance on American Idol, where the pop star was visibly hungover. Risking the loss of their management team, Lovato decided to go to rehab again. However, they suffered a relapse in 2018, which ended in a near-fatal overdose and made them the most Googled person of the year. It was a low blow for the singer, but it was the motivation they needed to get things straight. Demi now still enjoys the occasional joint or drink, believing that vowing never to drink or smoke again is setting yourself up for failure. Not a role model drug and alcohol control public service announcements would bless, Demi Lovato solves her addiction problems by California sober, that is quitting all drugs except marijuana and moderate drinking. Number 2. Demi. Bullying, abuses, mental illness, conflicted feelings. Many of Demi's struggles can be traced back to their childhood, which was pretty rough to say the least. Lovato was the target of very insistent bullying, which focused on their weight. After 7th grade, they decided to opt for homeschooling. It turned out to be the right choice. Demi managed to escape the toxic behavior of classmates, and they had enough freedom to devote all their free time to passions like acting and music. However, things in the family weren't that great either. Lovato has revealed that their biological father, Patrick Martin, had been abusive to them, and Demi decided not to stay in touch after their parents divorced. Despite that, Demi still sees the good side in him. He was the one to encourage them to pursue music, and he was happy that things with Demi's stepfather were going better than with him. Lovato ended up working out their conflicted feelings about their dad, who had been troubled by mental illness. In his honor, Demi created the Lovato Treatment Scholarship Program with the purpose of battling these mental health disorders. Pretty intense and genuinely forgiving. Number 1. Bipolar and diagnosed with ADHD, anorexia, and bulimia. Despite Lovato's homeschooling, the trauma of bullying casts a long shadow. Drugs are far from the only problem Demi, born in 1992, has had to face in their relatively short life. Upon checking in at the rehab facility, doctors diagnosed them with bipolar disorder, bulimia, and anorexia. Lovato's eating disorders arose in their school years when classmates taunted them about their extra kilos. Of course, the pressure of being a Disney star did not help at all. Once Demi's music career took off, their management team were so controlling that they checked the singer's Starbucks receipts. No wonder Lovato found it hard to stay on the right track. In Demi's latest interview, they dismissed the bipolar disorder diagnosis. After consulting with different doctors, Lovato became certain that their erratic behavior was due to the pressure. In their own words, "It was not because I was bipolar. I had to grow the F up." That doesn't mean Demi can't face official diagnoses. Nowadays, Lovato is able to admit that they suffer from ADHD, but the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder will be no obstacle in getting back control of their life. All grown the F up indeed. Well, that's all we have on Demetria Devone Lovato, aka Disney star / pop star Demi. If you have any other facts or news you want to share, you know what to do. Leave us a comment below this video. And remember, if you like our content, there's no better way to show it than liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get a notification every time we update it with the juiciest facts on your favorite celebrities. Thanks for watching.